It's the mother city in South Africa, Cape Town, as the 2008 UCI Junior World Championships continue. It's the scratch race for men over 10 kilometers, and 10Ks may not sound like a lot, but when you're doing 40 laps around this track, you need every single ounce of your concentration.
Once again, it will be a very tactical race there as Korea leads them through. And closely behind them is the Belgium. A couple of these riders really jockeying it up for position. As you can see, attack going off the front there, and that was Michael Vingerling from the Netherlands trying to test the legs of the other riders just to see what form he has coming into the race.
Well, Michael Vingerling really putting down the gauntlet in a big way here for them. They were all chasing the Dutchman. A nice quick break for him. Very, very serious leg turnover, but they finally brought him back into the fold.
Eventually, halfway through the race, 5 riders went off the front, and they were representing Venezuela, Argentina, Russia, Italy and the Czech Republic.
It was Josef Manusek, Dario Sonda, Vitaly Barbas, Alex Caselles, Carlos Linares, all in a row, trying their level best to get away from the rest of the bunch a little bit further back, and going at about 50 kilometers an hour here, trying for a big break. And I think, Owen, they were trying to negate the big kick of Michael Vingerling from the Netherlands.
Well, that was the major name that was missing from this breakaway, as they were half a lap up already. The strong man in that breakaway was Vitaly Barbas of Russia, as he was doing most of the pace work at the front.
Australia's Scott Law just missed the move, and he was desperate to try and get back on that move as well, but also trying as hard as what he could. Really couldn't make the junction across, but someone who did was Michael Vingerling, the man who tested out the bunch a little earlier, and he was midway caught between the bunch and these 5 riders up front, but it wasn't long, and he got back on the back of that.
Well, he noticed the danger up front. He knew that was the winning breakaway. He had to be part of it, and leapt out of the bunch and made his way across half a lap gap and closed the bunch off very quickly, as the 6 riders now out in front lapped the main bunch, and there was no problem for them now. The race was definitely on, and you can see Michael Vingerling with 1 kilometer to go. He jumped the pack, and he knew this is the moment. It was all or nothing.
Huge cadence from the Dutchman one more time. This time it was Carlos Linares from Venezuela who was chasing Argentina's Alex Caselles, also desperate to try and close the gap, but away Vingerling goes. No one could stop him. They were trying desperately, but there was no chance. The Dutchman was flying.
Vitaly Barbas of Russia was doing all the work at the front of the bunch, trying to close a gap to Michael Vingerling. Behind him was the Venezuelan Zambrano, while Alexander Caselles of Argentina was sitting behind him as well.
Unfortunately, it looked like Vitaly Barbas from Russia had worked a heck of a lot in pursuit of the men up front, but Michael Vingerling just kept the pace going, and he was in a league of his own, and it looked for all the money in Cape Town as if he was going to win this one going away. With only 250 meters to go, it looked like it was a Dutch procession.
Well, the bunch was closing in him all the time, as Zambrano now left out the front of the peloton, and he was closing the gap on Vingerling, but Vingerling had everything and he was going for it. With only 100 meters left to go, he knew he had it in the bag. He was racing for the gold medal, and it was gold indeed for the Dutchman.
It was Carlos Linares who took the 2nd spot, and Alex Caselles from Argentina had to settle for the bronze medal. But what a fine ride it was too by Vitaly Barbas from Russia, and Italy's Dario Sonda also right in there in the mix for a bronze medal, but just got pipped on the line.